Hi, this is Kelly Glick, and this is my introduction video for EDL 856. I just have to tell everyone I just had foot surgery a couple days ago, and so for that reason, I'm looking really professional. But as we all in education have to do, we just have to roll with some challenges, so that's what I'm going to do. Just to let everyone know who I am, I grew up in Pennsylvania, but I've lived in Colorado now for over 20 years. And so I have experienced agricultural world and mountain world. I love being outside, love playing in the mountains. I do have a 5-year-old who's in kindergarten this year, so it's been fantastic to really watch what it's like to be a parent in the same school district where I work. He is at a project-based learning elementary school that also teaches growth mindset and mindfulness, and that's certainly why we picked the school for him. So it's been great to see him excel, and just really speaks volumes about what elementary teachers do and how amazing they are. So as a professional, I am a social worker. I've been in the Poudre School District now in Fort Collins, Colorado for 19 years. I've been assigned to all kinds of schools as a mental health specialist, and so K through 12. Currently, I'm just at one high school, a comprehensive high school in Fort Collins with 2,000 kids. My future goal is not necessarily to be a building principal. I would like to do basically what my supervisor does now and really look at directing a lot of social, emotional kinds of interventions in the school district, and also oversee mental health interventions in a school district, if not mine, then in one nearby. So as far as school and community relations go, I believe that transparency, vision, and just a student-centered outlook is really important. I think there's two ways that I see school and community relations happening. I happen to be part of a high school that believes very strongly in partnering and relationships. I'm part of a district as a mental health worker that has been kind of slow to develop partnerships in our community, and so I kind of have both of those insights going on and kind of play a role in both. And so as far as transparency goes, I think it's so important for building principals to really be very transparent and kind of over communicate what's happening in schools. I think that helps to eliminate a lot of misunderstandings that happen between communities, parents, and schools. And then I also think that so many of our kids live in these pockets of poverty in a basically well-to-do community in our district. And so I think that we need to do a better job telling the story of our kids and our kids' needs, because so many in our community don't even realize that kids have needs in the way that they do, and that includes mental health needs as well. And then I think as far as vision goes, we learned in earlier classes that just a school administrator, an effective administrator, really has a very clear vision and communicates that regularly with all stakeholders. And so I think that kind of the vision of what a school is or a district needs to be communicated and included in all relationships with school and community and parents and students. And then finally, I think that everything needs to be centered around students. I know that there's some very powerful advocates in the community with parents that want to see certain things happen with our schools. And I think that in all of our communications and relationships, we need to keep the kids and what's best for them at the very center of all communications. And then finally, there's a lot of improvement goals that I know I could work on. As far as students, I have such high caseload numbers that time is just absolute a problem. So I don't do a very good job sharing treatment plans and tracking those plans with kids and working on specific goals with them, because so much of what I do is crisis oriented, but certainly that would help them and me, I think, to accomplish some emotional regulation goals and just better benefit them as they leave school as well. With administrators, we have used data to explain why our jobs are needed and to get additional staff numbers for our team. But at the same time, I think that constantly sharing out data about what's happening with kids emotionally in their schools, and then doing that consistently so they understand what we're seeing coming from a mental health world in their schools, I think would be really beneficial. And then finally, with families, our district does such a good job of bringing experts in from the community and hosting trainings for families. But at the same time, I'm in a unique role where I'm a mental health person in a school district, and I get to see what's happening with kids on a daily basis. And so I think I could do a much better job, again, with time, just training and communicating with families and with the community about what we're seeing with our kids and different ways that we can impact that. So that is all my introduction video. It is time to get back to the couch and put my foot up. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the feedback and wisdom that everyone else in the class has to offer. Have a really good day.